Again, it is my pleasure to bring on our CEO of our company. This woman has been a successful businesswoman for over 30 years, being at the executive level at all the companies that she has been associated with. She started along with four ladies with Akana in giving us wellness and bringing this to the masses. As an expert in wellness, she's an author. She's a co author. In her life, she's a mom and a glam mom. She is loved by thousands of people as one of the hardest, most dedicated CEOs on the planet. She's created a system for everyone to be able to get to their optimal health and for us to be able to share a mission that will go all over the world to help the world. So it is my pleasure to bring on my friend, my mentor, our CEO, Melissa Boston Otoyebe. Melissa.
Hey, Kathy. Oh my goodness. I love the way our last name rolls off your tongue. Most people get tied up when they try to say it. But yes, Melissa Boston Atoyevi, and I am super excited. As you were giving me that intro, I just really have to throw it back to you, Kathy. You're someone who I just admire. I love. You are someone not only as a business partner, then you joined our corporate team, but truly I can say you're one of my dearest friends, one of literally my closest family members, but we're not blood related, but blood cannot make us closer. So thank you, thank you, thank you for all that you do and representing us so well. And I am super excited tonight. We had our leadership meeting a few hours ago. So this presentation is our newest edition, hot off the press. And so I want to welcome everyone to Akana. I want to have a special welcome for all of our guests. A reminder also, we're doing a pre-Cyber Monday sale tonight. So I'll mention this also at the end once you've had a chance to learn more about our exciting products. But if you're going to make a purchase, this is a great night to do it because you're going to enjoy 30% off. And we do have select products where when you buy three, you will get one free. And so I'm jumping right into it. One of the things that I'm so passionate about is health and wellness. While Kathy gave me a lot of great accolades, really what brought me to this position that I'm in right now is because I had my own health challenges. As a blood type A, I never knew that. I was raised by my blood type O mama, love her dearly, and she didn't know either. But my whole life, I ate the wrong diet. I was eating a heavily, meat diet and a heavy diet based on animal consumption. And as a blood type A, we have lower stomach acids. And as a result of that diet, do you know that at 19 years old, I was in an emergency situation. I was rushed to the emergency room. The doctors told my family I had a 50% chance of living or dying. Thank God I survived that ordeal. But come to find out, because of those low stomach acids, I wasn't properly digesting all those animals, but they never told me to stop eating the animals. So it's been the big portion of my life continuing down that same path. But fortunately, I met a naturopath who gave me insight to my blood type and how and what it meant. And so I changed my diet. I transformed my life. I've since, helped thousands of others do the same thing and transform my family. So I'm so grateful you're on tonight because you're going to truly learn some life-changing information because we know that there's health crises that we're ignoring right now. So there's multiple, it's not one crisis, it's a series of crises. We're talking about heart disease, cancer, diabetes, a shortened life expectancy is what they're telling us now. We've just given birth to the first generation of kids who are going to have a shorter life expectancy than their parents. And we know the problem in the US is suicide. We're literally digging our graves with our fork. We know there was this original diet, but now we're eating fast food and fried food and all these processed foods often on a daily basis. And this is now the result of that. And there's a silent killer. We know that in 2020, 700,000 people died from cardiovascular disease. It's a disease that's 90% preventable, which means there's 630,000 people that truly didn't have to die had we known more. And now we're learning more. In fact, we're learning even about our kids and how an alarming number of our 14 to 19-year-olds are showing as much as 40% blocked arteries. Do you know the significance of age 45 for African Americans? In fact, you're more than twice as likely to die from heart disease. So you could be walking around looking like the picture of health, but having a clogged artery. And if it's a clogged artery that goes to the brain, that means stroke. A clogged artery to the heart indicates we could have a heart attack. And so our vision is a world where everyone has access to the nutrition and resources they need to thrive, creating healthier, wealthier, and more resilient communities. Through our blood type campaign, we're empowering millions of families to discover their blood type and embrace our 5 steps to generational health. A simple, personalized roadmap to wellness. By fostering these habits, we aim to break the cycles of disease and poverty, building a foundation of generational health and prosperities for families worldwide. And so there's 5 key reasons why these problems are impacting communities. And the number one is a lack of understanding blood types. I know that I'm not the only one who grew up in a family where we never talked about blood type and what that meant. We never even knew that you could be a mom and a daughter and have different blood types. No one told us this, but your blood type is a more reliable measure of your identity than race, culture, or geography. It's a genetic blueprint for who you are and a guide to how you can live most healthfully. And so we are committed to helping 1 million families learn their blood type. There are 4 blood types: blood type A, B, O, and AB. And do you know that your blood type is a powerful genetic fingerprint that identifies you as surely as your DNA? And the blood types explained, if we look at the A's, it stands for agrarian, focused on farming and livestock, leading to more stable communities. They're considered naturally inventive and sleepless. If you're an A blood out there, you can probably relate to that, right? As first immigrants, they adapted to the agrarian diet and lifestyle, developing more cooperative personalities in order to thrive in crowded communities. And then we have our B bloods. B bloods developed as humans migrated north into colder, harsher regions like Pakistan and India. These assimilators adapted to new climates and diverse populations, embodying nature's effort to balance the mind's tension with the immune system's demand. O is for old, the oldest blood type, originated in Africa and migrating to Europe and Asia in search of game. These early humans were hunters and gatherers, top survivors in the food chain, with a strong and fierce immune system, ready to destroy any threat, whether friend or foe. And then we have our newest blood, and that's AB, stands for modern, rare and found in less than 5% of the population. It emerged from the intermingling of type A Caucasians with the type B Mongolians. As the newest blood type, it symbolizes modern life, complex and unsettled. It is a delicate offspring between a rare union between the tolerant type A and the once barbaric yet balanced type B. And so your blood type is actually the key to your body's entire immune system. It controls the influence of viruses, bacteria, infections, chemical stress, and the entire assortment of invaders and conditions that might compromise your immune system. In fact, your blood type determines how food interacts with your cells. It is the single most important determinant in how your body interacts with food that you eat, and if those foods are going to cause inflammation, digestive problems, and or weight gain. And so what happens when we eat against our blood type? See, when we eat these protein lectins, right, that are found in certain foods that are incompatible with our blood type antigen, these lectins actually target an organ or bodily system, and they begin to agglutinate blood cells in that area for disposal. And so when we create these highly carcinogenic substances in our body, when we regularly consume foods that are high in lectins or animal protein. And so when we think about our immune system, it's really designed to protect us. So that's why many people go their whole life, they don't know their blood type, but it doesn't mean they're going to eat the wrong food and just drop dead, right? Because this immune system really is working on our behalf. But the challenge is we're overworking our immune system. because 95% of these are sloughed off by the body. But imagine when you just constantly keep eating in the dark, you don't know your blood type. And so now this 5% starts to become 10%, then becomes 20%. And now when you have all of this negative antigens that are floating around in your bloodstream causing this carcinogenic effect, and they're now destroying red and white blood cells, that's how we end up in these medical crises, right? And emergency situations. And so there's a consequence when we constantly eat against our blood type. This agglutination, it's real. It's a clumping of bacteria or red cells when they are held together by these antibodies known as agglutinins. And so what we must do is learn your blood type, okay? In fact, if you don't know your blood type, we have a simple solution. I'm going to get into that in just a moment. But we have to break this generational cycle. We know the power is in our hands. And let's just put on, some common sense approach here, okay? Because if you went to get a blood transfusion, or let's say you're having a baby, they know that it's important to know the blood type and the Rh factor of the mom and the baby, okay? So if a blood transfusion can actually kill you if you get the wrong blood, doesn't make sense that if we're constantly eating food that's not compatible with our blood, that it could be slowly killing us. And here's a sample of some of the lists that you should avoid based on your blood type. Remember, one person's food is another person's poison. There was actually a book that was released back in 1996, and it talked about eating right for your blood type. And who would have thought as a blood type A, I should avoid tomatoes, bananas. I mean, look at that. As a B, even something like chicken, you should avoid. Avocados. Look at the O's. They should avoid catfish and avocados and oranges, white wine, cashews. ABs, I mean, look at the list. So there's a whole list where you can see exactly the foods that could be literally poisoning your blood. And so you're probably wondering, why am I just learning that food impacts my blood cells based on my blood type? Well, we know this. Here in the United States, if it's not taught in medical school or created by Big Pharma, it's just not promoted. We have to understand here in this country, big business equals profits over people. I mean, we can just look around and understand that many of the items they allow in this country, they ban in other parts of the world. And then we think about our children. We think about the fact that during their cartoons, they're actually putting commercials on, and they call it predatory advertising. They do not allow their children in Europe to be targeted. There's no predatory advertising in Europe. But here in America, they put commercials on with foods that are literally toxic for our kids. They're loaded with high fructose corn syrup and other bad ingredients. But now the kids think they have to have it. They get to the store, they fall out because they want it. And now we create this cycle of addiction. And that's really what America has done. They've done this by design because they know that the big money is in this whole sick care industry that's producing trillions and trillions of dollars. We have to also understand there are countries out there that when the book first came out, they adhered to the book philosophy. And Japan was the very first country to adapt the principles of the book, Eat Right for Your Blood Type. But here in the United States, again, they'll tell you that it's not true. You go to your doctor, you're trying to get a blood type test done, and you're going to literally end up spending hundreds of dollars because they have to do it as a lab. And so we have a simple solution where you can get this done for literally, if you just want the blood test itself, for under $15, okay? And we have to look at also the life expectancy. Because if we compare Japan, who leads the world, they're the number one place in the world for the longest living people. On average, they live 84.6 years, which means many of them, right, make it to plus 90 and plus 100. Look at America. We rank 50th. There are third world countries where they live longer than us. In fact, Americans overall live to, on average, 76. As African Americans, 71.8. Can we accept these averages? Absolutely not. And so we really want to work with you so that we create a blue zone where we can actually have people living much longer and healthier quality of lives, because there's so much evidence out there, millions of testimonials and anecdotal evidence that shows improvements by just simply adhering to these blood type practices. So when you follow the blood type diet, you can protect yourself from common viruses and infections. You can take a stand against life-threatening diseases. You can achieve your ideal weight, slow down the aging process, and cleanse your body of toxins and unhealthy fat. Another key reason for this health epidemic is because we are experiencing dangerous levels of oxidation. What does this really mean? When you really think about it, we were designed to eat living food. We were designed to eat fruits and vegetables every day. And you have to ask yourself, are you getting at least 5 to 9 servings of vegetables and fruit on a daily basis on a minimal level, okay? And that's minimal. And do you know that there are some kids that the only exposure they get to vegetables is when they get the burger that might have a piece of lettuce or a tomato on it? I mean, God forbid a pickle, right? I mean, is that unheard of and unacceptable? But that's the reality that we're seeing. So we're starving ourselves because we're not getting the nutrients we need to live. And because of that, we are rotting and rusting at earlier ages. We're breaking down. That's why we see our youth in so much trouble, because many of them, all they eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner is processed food. When you spend your whole life eating dead food, you drain your battery much, much, much faster. And research has finally identified one of the most important contributors to heart disease, wrinkles, cancer, arthritis, and many other problems associated with getting older. And that's we don't get our antioxidants. So we need fruits and vegetables because these are loaded with plant compounds that are known as phytonutrients. These have antioxidant abilities, which means they neutralize that oxidation. And some of these phytonutrients actually disable cancer-causing substances as well. And then there's an omega-3 deficiency. Now, this is something that people are just now really starting to talk about. You know, the bottom line is there's an omega-3 essential fatty oil that the body can't produce. And so that's why it's essential. It means in order for you to get this fat, you must consume it from your food. But the problem is we're eating omega-6 and omega-9 because that's through the processed fast foods on a daily basis. And so we need an oil change. And so when you look at omega-3 and its deficiency, it's linked to increased risk for heart attacks, strokes, high blood pressure, increased risk for depression, anxiety, Alzheimer's, dementia, chronic inflammation. It's accelerating diabetes. It's accelerating arthritis, cancer, autoimmune diseases, weight gain, obesity, metabolic syndrome. When people have this fatty liver, you can always guarantee they're going to have a deficiency of omega-3. It weakens the immune system, making you more susceptible to infections, leading to a greater risk from fractures as we get older. And that creates a higher complication when you actually are at a certain age. So we want to have that omega-3 so we can get our health back in order. And then number four is this unhealthy gut. You might have heard of your microbiome, okay? 70% of your immune system is actually in your gut. And see, gut issues arise when our diet includes improper food choices. So when we're eating against our blood type, when we're eating food that lacks fiber, lacks probiotics and prebiotics, right? When you have these symptoms, it means your gut is out of whack. Digestive issues, weakened immune system, malabsorption, nutritional deficiencies, inflammation, skin problems, mental health challenges, weight management issues, hormonal imbalances, autoimmune conditions. We've got to get our guts in balance. And then we're also experiencing this parasite invasion. That's the fifth key, okay? And with the parasite invasion, do you know they're actually conducting autopsies? And they're finding that people are actually experiencing an invasion of parasites on their organs, their brains, their lungs, and their liver. In fact, this not only leads to heart disease, diabetes, chronic fatigue, autoimmune, but also with issues with the brain. We're talking about depression, anxiety, even schizophrenia. And so what's the solution, right? You've heard the problem. What is the solution? Well, you're on the call tonight because someone cares enough about you to introduce you to 5 steps to create generational health. It is time for us to break the cycle of disease and create new traditions this holiday. And so I will read the disclaimer. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The information provided herein is for informational purposes only and is not intended as a substitute for advice from your physician or other healthcare professionals. If you are pregnant, nursing, taking medications, or have a medical condition, please consult your healthcare provider before using any nutritional supplements. And we know that individual results may vary. And so let's look at the first step to creating generational health. Do you know your blood type? Let's just see who on the line actually knows their blood type. I want you to put in the chat if you know your blood type, okay? Because your blood type is a more reliable measure of your identity than your race, your culture, or your geography. It is a genetic blueprint for who you are and a guide to how you can live most healthfully. But I don't want you to stop there. It's not enough for you just to know your blood type. As soon as I learned my blood type, I called my son. He had his blood type tested. He's a blood type O. The grandkids got tested. One's an O, one's a B. And so I think it's important that we not just stop with ourselves, but we really help our entire family understand the significance of blood type. Number 2, now that you know what your blood is, do you know what's best for you? What's best for your blood type? Because here's the reality. When we look at your blood type, we have to then go look at your food. And then that's going to connect to your health, and that's going to connect to your legacy. Understand that food that heals one can actually harm another. Number 3, you want to purchase the kit that works best based on your goals. I want you to think about, what are your goals right now? Maybe your goals is to lose a little weight. Maybe you're dealing with some serious health challenges and you want that to improve. So you want to make a note of what your goals are and then align your goals with the kit that we're going to share that will work best for you. And so let's look at our number 1 kit. It's a blood type starter kit. This is a good place to start when you are looking at making a step, but you're not really sure exactly how far you want to go. It's going to give you a mild detox. This detox will support your liver, your gastrointestinal system. It's really designed to help you kickstart your journey to generational health. There's 2 options. We have option 1, and that will give you the blood type test kit. Then we have option 2. You're going to receive the same amount of products. The only difference, it won't include a blood type test kit. So if you already know your blood type, you want to select option 2, because now it's time for us to detox our blood. It's time for us to put good nutrients in our system. But if you don't know your blood type, you want to choose option number 1. And so with this particular pack, it's going to include something known as bitters. Bitters can be a powerful tool for a quick 4-day detox, primarily due to their impact on digestion and liver function. And here's how they work. They're going to boost your digestion by stimulating the production of digestive enzymes, bile, and stomach acid. These are all essential in order for you to break down your food. And that was the issue that I had as a blood type A when I was in a medical emergency. My body wasn't properly breaking down my food. Number 2, regulate your appetite and reduce cravings for the unhealthy stuff. You want to support your liver and detoxify your body, filter those toxins out of the blood. You want to eliminate fat-soluble toxins through the digestive system, and you want to alkaline the body, improve your gut health, promote the growth of beneficial bacteria, inhibit those harmful bacteria. Now, depending on your goals, we have kits that actually go a little bit further, okay? But first, I will share that in your option number 1 or 2, both of those are going to include our Flat Belly Fuel. This was formulated as the first meal replacement smoothie that you can take on a daily basis to target those 5 key problems that we talked about. So whether it's your blood type support, antioxidant protection, omega-3 fatty acids, your gut health, and even eliminating those parasites, this one product does it all. And you get a sample of that in your blood type starter kit. Now let's look at our kit option number 2. This is our flat belly 7-day starter. So again, if you're kind of in the middle, you don't want to go all the way in, but you want something more comprehensive, right? You want a full body cleanse. The new year's coming up, right? You want to get things tight and you want to get rid of that belly fat. You want to really support that maximum fat loss and target, again, the belly, designed for those with more intense challenges as well. And so you can see crystals before and after. It includes our purifier, which is a liquid colonic plus full body cleanse, our eliminator, which is going to remove those parasites and reduce the mucus, and our regenerator, which is going to restore the body and load the body with those prebiotics, those probiotics, and the fiber that we need to keep our gut health intact, okay? And so it also includes your digital download of your food list that you need for your blood type. The good news is when you're on the cleanse, any food that's on our list you can eat. So if you're a blood type B and you can't have avocado during the cleanse, you can actually eat avocado. So let's look at number 3. Number 3 is for that person who really has a lot of intense challenges and they're really wanting maximum support for fat loss, for health challenges, for really reversing some chronic things you might be dealing with. So it's also going to include the products that you just saw in the 7-day. The only difference, you're getting 21 days worth of products. Now look at Ernestine, right? She's 63 years young, just competed in a bikini fitness contest. And here's what she says. She says, switching to foods tailored to my blood type helped me lose belly fat, improve my digestion, and achieve 4th place in a bikini contest at 63 years young. I mean, how powerful is that? And here's what's super exciting. If you choose tonight, option number 3, we have a promo happening from now until the end of the month. We have a brand new product coming out that's going to be a great complement to your program once you finish the cleanse. It's a daily maintenance, and we call it Hemp Govee. You've heard of Wegovy, you've heard of Ozempic, a lot of those injectables that people are using that are downright dangerous, right? But people are desperate for a solution. Well, guess what? This product actually launches in January. You'll get your 21-day cleanse right now. And by the time you're done, guess what? You'll have your phenomenal Hemp Govee, and you'll get that free with purchase of the option number 3 between now and the end of the month. And so now let's look a little bit more at this Hemp Govee, because we know that this is a game changer. It is packed with powerful plant-based ingredients. Hemp Govee works synergistically to target key areas of weight management while promoting overall wellness. And the key benefits: burn fat naturally, activate your body's fat-burning potential with hemp-derived compounds, and complementary botanicals that actually support thermogenesis. It's going to boost your metabolism, curb your appetite, support digestive health, promote overall balance with hemp-derived cannabinoids that actually help with stress reduction. And this is formulated without the THC, so it's even safe for people that do get random drug screens, okay? And so let's talk a little bit about cannabis and the blood type diet and why this goes hand in hand. Cannabinoids actually help to reduce inflammation. They help to manage stress and improve digestion. If you look at blood type A's, we have lower stomach acids, we have higher stress and more susceptible to heart disease. When you look at blood type B's, they're more susceptible to autoimmune conditions and nervous system disorders. Blood type O's have higher risk for inflammatory conditions, arthritis, and over-acidity. Blood type ABs have a sensitivity to digestive and immune stressors. By leveraging the properties of CBD and cannabis alongside the blood type diet, individuals may achieve a more balanced, harmonious approach to wellness tailored to their unique biological predispositions. So wouldn't it be great if everyone could experience the benefits of these cannabinoids to help reduce the issues we all suffer from based on our blood types? And so if you've never heard more about the cannabis system and how the endocannabinoid system works, cannabis is a holistic solution because unlike pharmaceuticals that often target single symptoms, cannabinoids interact with the ECS to provide systemic benefits, offering a more natural approach to health and wellness, bringing the body back into balance. And so what is CBD? It's a compound that naturally occurs in industrial hemp. And when you really think about CBD, it offers the health without the high. But there's another cannabinoid that we're super excited about, and that's THCA. So THCA is also naturally occurring in industrial hemp. But do you know that THCA in its raw form actually has no psychotropic effects? But when you consume it, it has phenomenal medical benefits. It's extraordinary. But when you heat it, it actually converts to THC. So what I love about our company is you can have the health without the high, or you can have a little bit of that psychoactive when you heat your THCA, okay? And so looking at some of our CBD products that are our all-stars, when we started back in 2019, we were only selling CBD. We turned into a full wellness company in 2021. And so from our pain cream to tinctures and gummies, we formulate proprietary blends of herbs and botanicals to elevate your well-being. We also see a raw cannabis trend. So you can buy THCA on our website in its raw form, because as more people turn to raw plant-based diets, the concept of consuming raw cannabis for therapeutic purposes, such as juicing cannabis leaves or flowers, is extraordinary, okay? So if you are on the 21-day cleanse or the 7-day cleanse, I would suggest purchasing the THCA because you can consume it without getting high. Now, if you have to get random drug screens, you would want to avoid it because it still could show up in a drug test. But the CBD without the THC is where you want to go. So purchase something like the hemp Govi where it doesn't have the THC. But we know that THCA is another game changer, especially for chronic illness. You know, they actually say it can help with pain and autoimmune. It's very therapeutic, even managing symptoms from seizures and cancer and gastrointestinal disorders. And we have it available in a 3.5 gram. And these are on our website right now. You can actually purchase those. For those who are really seeking something very therapeutic, you might have heard of something called Rick Simpson oil. We call it on our website RSO. It's another new product launch. And you can just go research the benefits of this oil. People are utilizing it with Parkinson's and cancer and tumors and so many different conditions. Now, we don't make medical claims. You go online and you can do your own research. But what we do know is when you give your body the right substances, it's your body that performs the miracles by the minutes. And that's why cannabis and cannabinoids, in addition to our other products, truly are game changers. So your fourth step, okay, now that you've seen some of our products, you're cultivating what pack you're going to get. You want to transform your diet and dramatically improve your health. And so we're going to provide to you your meal plan, your blood type chart, so that you're going to know exactly what you should eat so that you can plan accordingly. But you don't want to just stop at you. You want to share the gift of health. You want to inspire others to create generational health with your success story. You want to break the cycle of generational illness. You want to support your family's unique health journey. And see, you can very clearly see now when you follow those 5 steps, that's how we can actually spread the gift of generational health, okay? And so one last thing I will mention as I close it out is there is a comprehensive health test. And this is something you don't just want for you, but it's important to get your family tested. You know, if they're at least 12 years of age, even at 10, they can get tested. It's going to just give them a different test. But you want to get as many people in your family as tested as possible. This typically wouldn't be that affordable because it's $1,000 value. But wouldn't you want to know what your omega-3 looks like, your gut looks like, your vitamins and minerals, your heart, liver, and kidneys? Well, on our website, you can buy this for $189. Obviously, we're having a 30% off, so you can get that at a better deal. But here's something even better. When you enroll in any of our auto ships, when you enroll, you can actually add this test for just a $50 upgrade, okay? So you can actually get this test for a $50 upgrade with your auto ship, which is amazing. But here's what I'll go a step further with, because I know you're like me, right? Some of us are on there just thinking about how can I help my family in a bigger way? You might have a big family like I do. And so we have a pack that we call our generational health pack. And so right now on the site, it says $6.99, but you're going to get this at 30% off. So you're going to pay about $4.99 for this pack. But it's really going to be what you need for your family now. So you're going to get 2 of those 7-day cleanses. Those comprehensive tests, you're getting 3 of those, okay? You're getting 3 blood type tests. You're getting 3 of our bitters, 5 of the charts that allow and identify exactly what you should eat based on your blood type. You're getting our flat belly fuel, the large bags of that, and you're getting 3 of our new Purely Plant coffee, okay? That is phenomenal because it's also formulated for all blood types, even the blood type O's, okay? And so with that being said, tonight, we do have a site-wide discount because we have over 70 plus products. You can pick really what you like, right? Whether it's energy you're seeking with our Purely Plant coffee, you know, our essential oils, our pain relief, our hair growth product, our culinary products. We have many items for you to choose from and save 30% off retail. And so what I'm going to do real quick, I'm going to bring up a couple of testimonials. They're going to share their success based on starting to eat for their blood type, following our regimen, following those 5 steps, and now just see how it's dramatically changed their health. It's changed their bodies. And so the first person I'm going to bring up is Kathy Weathersby out of Columbia, South Carolina.
Thank you, Melissa. Can you hear me?
I can.
Awesome. I tell you, the 21-day cleanse really changed my life. I've done 3 of those and 3 of the 7-day cleanses, and I can't even remember how many 4-day cleanses I've done. Cleansing is a part of my life, and it's really changed my life in that I don't crave the things that I used to, which really helps me to stay on course. It's a lifestyle now. It's not a diet. And I don't know about y'all, but that picture on the left was up and down, up and down. I'm just a yo-yo type of a person all my life. But with this type of lifestyle change, this type of lifestyle change really has helped so much in helping me lose 39 pounds right there in this picture. I went through a couple surgeries. I used our CBD products to help in my healing and help in my pain relief instead of the stuff they send you to the hospital with. It also helps to keep regulating my blood pressure, my blood sugar. And so, this entire cleanse, detox, wellness company is a life changer for me. And I just know it will be for so many families. So, thank you so much, Melissa, for everything that you do and everything that Akana has given to us.
Awesome, Kathy. That is phenomenal, girl. And I'm telling you, every time I see you, I'm like, girl, look at that. Your waist is so snatched. Okay. So great job, girl. You look amazing. And the best part, you feel amazing, I know, right? So that's awesome. So the next person I'm going to bring up is Willie Mooney Jr. He is one of our B blood tribes. If I didn't mention it, Kathy's one of our O blood tribes, right? And so Mooney has a really powerful testimonial, one of our diamond distributors as well. But Willie Mooney, if you're on the line, we would love to hear your testimonial on how eating for your blood type and how this program has changed your life. I think you're not unmuted, Mooney. And while we're waiting on Mooney to unmute, why don't we do this? We've heard from Kathy, who's O blood. Anyone else out there would love to share your blood type journey with Akana? And are they able to unmute, Kathy? Can we make sure that they can unmute?
They can unmute now.
Okay, great.
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, there you are.
I was like, oh, I can't talk, but it's okay. Let me tell you, shout out because I saw in the chat that there was a B blood type sister out there. So shout out. It's not many of us, but let me tell you, it's been so amazing, this journey who would have known that a cancer survivor like myself, and being very serious of not having to deal with cancer, being in remission for years, that I still did not understand the power of knowing my blood type. Man, let me tell you, once it was a game changer and finding out my blood type. Now, it was shocking because I realized what? Chicken, shrimp, crab legs, avocado, some of my favorites, lobster, that I wasn't able to really, it wasn't doing my body any good. So applying the blood type diet, and the picture that you're looking at, I am super proud of, because I didn't do that working out. It was merely just giving my blood, giving my body everything that it had always been looking for. That blood, there's life and power in the blood. So giving my blood that B positive food, man, let me tell you, game changer. So I just appreciate Akana for introducing this to me, and I'm Akana for life. So back to you, Melissa.
Wow, that's so powerful. And that's amazing with no workout. I tell you what, this program is amazing, guys. When you really start adapting these principles, it will change your life. We'll have one more testimonial. Anyone else who wants to give a testimonial before we close it out, you can feel free to unmic and we'll hear from you, because we heard from the O and the B. Anybody else?
Melissa,
Hey, there's Anthony, blood type A.
that's right. I'm a A. I just wanted to say that, when I got back from overseas, I didn't know how sick I was until I ran into Dr. Eric Prince and did my first bioscan. I was playing ball and still doing the things, as an old man, playing softball on the circuit, going to all the tournaments. But I was having some issues, especially with the bananas. I was eating bananas and didn't know they was causing harm to me until I got into the 21-day flat belly lifestyle program with Dr. Prince. And Dr. Prince scanned me, and when I saw what my body looked like, I wanted to make that change, just like you'll want to make that change when you see it from the bioscan. Can y'all hear me?
We can. Somebody just
And-
needs to get muted out. 1 second.
And so I started after the scan. I did my first 21, and it was amazing how the reds that I had a red fatty liver, the lungs was red. I was really in worse shape than I thought I was. But when I did the first 21, it's like the 21-day cleanse is supposed to be a reset. That's exactly what it does. After the 21, I was reset. I still had a couple of yellows in those areas that move a little bit slower, but my heart and my brain report and all the reports that were reviewed with Dr. Eric, all of my numbers moved to blue or green. And I've been going ever since. I've done like 421s, and I'm looking at a lot of greens. I still got long way to go, but I'm headed in the right direction. This thing resets you, and it changes you from a state of getting ready to go to the grave into getting ready to live forever. And that's what we're doing. And I thank God for Melissa. I thank God for being in the hands of God here with Akana. We are truly in the hands of God. And I thank God for what it has done in my life. And I'm able to offer something to my relatives that I wasn't able to offer before I knew about this. My parents both died from cancer. And so now I'm able to help somebody to avoid these pitfalls that all of us have gone through with maybe our parents and now with the younger folks. So the 21 and the cleansing and what we have with the fuel and with the arona berry, all of these things work. And I just thank God for it. Thank you, Melissa. Back to you.
Wow.
Ace.
That was powerful. So thank you for that. You are looking like Benjamin Button and aging in reverse every time I see you. So keep it up. Okay. And you lead by example. Anthony's out scanning people all over. He's bringing people constantly to the center, getting their blood tested, and then just changing lives. So that's what the leaders do. And so you keep leading from the front, Anthony. And so with that being said, I'm going to just say this, guys. Cyber Monday pre-cyber is here. So this is your opportunity for what was shared tonight to really take it to the next level by actually getting a big discount, 30% off. And then of course, with select products that you see on the screen, whether it's the 7-day cleanse or whether it's the pre-rolls, the gummies, those are buy 3, get 1 free. Check the email for more details. I know Dr. Ross sent that out because it's our goal to create blue zone communities, okay? We want to be the first blue zone company. Blue zones are areas in the world where people live much longer on average just because of their lifestyle. And that's what we're doing here at Akana. So join us, be a part of our blue zone community that we're creating, because it's estimated that most people here in this country, even if they know about the blood type diet, most of them have never experimented with the blood type diet or the principles, okay? We know that the cannabis industry also is another hot industry. So timing is everything, right? So with our Hemp Govee, right? With our blood type campaign, as we continue to move, you're here at the right place at the right time, because even just if we took the cannabis and looked at that and isolated that, we're talking about an industry that's going to go to 197 billion in the next few years. And there's a regulatory momentum that's on our side, and that's means timing. That's a window of opportunity that allows companies to operate and grow with fewer barriers. And here, when we reach our goal of helping 1.5% of the United States, guess what that means? That's 5 million people. So you're here at the right place at the right time. I'm going to challenge you to get back with the person who invited you on the line and let them know where you stand. Do you want kit number 1? Kit number 2 or kit number 3 so that you can get that Hemp Govee. And if you're a business-minded person, I want you to start doing the math on that, okay? Because even with just 5% of the population, we're talking about $250 million in sales. We're talking about 3 million plus in auto ship sales, okay? We're talking about even if 80% of the people reject this concept, we're going to have over 1 million families impacted. And if you know anything about success in business, it's always about positioning and timing. The first 100,000 to 150,000 people involved in opportunities like this will achieve 80% of the wealth. Harvard Business School is who teaches us that. So we need to select a company that's at least 18 months old. 90% of companies fail within their first 18 months. I'm going to say that again, guys. 90% of companies fail their first 18 months. We are going on our 6th year in business, and we are debt-free company located right here in the heart of Chicago, Illinois. And Harvard also tells us that if a company has less than 500,000 people, it's a great opportunity. If less than 100,000 people, it's an opportunity of a lifetime. We have over 33,000 customers now, okay? We have a few thousand distributors. So yes, you're here at the right place at the right time. So get back with the person who invited you. You're either a 1, 2, or 3, or if you have your business cap on and want to seize the opportunity, during Black Friday week, you can enroll for just $1 as a brand ambassador and now open up your own wellness company just in time for the holidays. So with that being said, thank you so
I
much.
have a question.
Thank you so much. Oh, go ahead, Betty. Yes.
Okay, thank you. I was trying to wait because I didn't want to